No name is more synonymous with BMW performance than Dinan. Since 1979, Dinan has been selling speed over BMW dealership parts counters. However, it's a new era for BMW, with turbocharged engines across the board. Is Dinan up to the task of taking on the next generation of BMW? This is the Dinan Stage 2 BMW M4, and we're going to find out how well the Dinan difference really works. Alright gang, today you join me in a 2017 BMW M4. Although, this is no ordinary F80 chassis BMW M4. This one has been tuned by Dinan. Specifically, it has their Stage 2 kit, making 550 horsepower and 548 pound-foot of torque. If you're curious what that feels like and what that sounds like, then let me tell you. Oh, it sounds good! And it's really fast. It's really, really fast. If you couldn't tell, this Dinan M4 has the 7-speed DCT gearbox. Obviously, being a DCT, it's very quick on both up and down shifts, although with the BMW M4 you get 3 modes with which to adjust your DCT. I like to call it shift ferocity, if you will. I have it on full 3 out of 3 shift ferocity, so it's pretty intense. It'll snap your neck if you're not paying attention, but it makes it much more eventful and a lot more fun. So I'm sure most of you know, but just in case you don't, here are the basics of what a BMW M4 gets you these days. You have a 3-liter twin turbocharged straight 6, codenamed the S55. And for all the BMW M purists who say turbocharged motors aren't M motors, quit your bitching. This thing revs at 7,500 RPM and screams all the way to that red line. But the added benefit, because it's turbocharged, you have a lot of torque. You just roll into it just like that at any RPM, and it kind of just picks up and goes. It's pretty good. Obviously, the extra Dinan hardware is kind of cheating in a way, because you're getting a lot more than a stock M4. Dinan gave me a little sheet explaining what you get with their various packages and what this particular car has on it. And in terms of the things I'm reacting to, and the things you're hearing mainly, it has the following. Oh my god. Dinan suspension, which if you couldn't tell, is stiff. It's not terribly stiff, but still stiff. We'll touch back on that in a second. So it has Dinan coilovers with camber plates, upgraded rear suspension arms. They specifically mentioned the toe links, which are a big deal in the back of BMWs to help kind of keep it planted under hard acceleration and high power. It also has adjustable Dinan sway bars front and rear. Power-wise, we have a Dinantronics, I believe they call it, Dinantronics Stage 3 tuner, paired to a Dinan catback, Dinan X-pipe for the exhaust, and a Dinan cold air intake. Additionally, this particular car has some excellent forged line 20-inch wheels. They're 20 by 9.5 in the front and 20 by 10.5 in the rear. That comes with 275 tires in the front and massive 305s in the back. Those are DOT legal 60 treadwear Pirelli track day tires. Yes, you heard me correctly, 60 treadwear. They are about as soft as a road tire can possibly be, to the point where you can dig your fingernail into the sidewalls if you wanted to. This thing sounds pretty good. The S55 gets a lot of flack from BMW enthusiasts for not sounding very good. I'm hoping this comes across on camera. If not, we'll switch to the exterior cam. But this thing actually sounds really good. This particular application with the Dinan exhaust, the catback and X-pipe, it sounds really aggressive. Of course, if you roll the windows down or if you're outside the car, it's a lot more aggressive than a stock M4. It kind of pops and bangs on the upshifts. When you combine that with 3 out of 3 shift velocity on the DCT, it makes for a pretty engaging drive. It sounds pretty cool. And then we get stuck behind a Toyota Corolla going 20 miles an hour. But that's okay, because even at 20 miles an hour with a DCT transmission, you just shift into first, and the noise comes back. Oh. But it seems like an exhaust is like one of the first modifications you should consider with an S55 car, because it just makes it sound so much better. It really kind of does bring the car to life and give it a bit more character where it wasn't lacking. The NVH, the noise, vibration, and harshness, which is a big thing to talk about modified cars. With the Dinan package, the NVH is fantastic. You can totally daily drive this car. Daily drive this car no problem, or you can come out here to the canyons and freaking slay it if you are so inclined to do that. Or take it to the track. The M4, the F80 chassis is very at home on the racetrack. Sounds really good. Let's just sweep the limiter and kind of hear. Oh, that's the sound of my people! They've not touched the brakes, and this M4 as delivered has the standard 4-piston front calipers with steel drilled rotors. It does not have the carbon ceramic front rotor option. That said, fade has not been an issue, and I've been in the canyons all afternoon kind of hammering this thing, and it just hasn't seemed to be an issue, even with the increase in power and the increase in tire grip and everything else that Dinan has thrown at this car. But we need to talk about some inherent traits to the M4. Coming from a history of BMWs with hydraulic steering, this M4 has an electric power steering rack. When you really get down to the nitty gritty, when you're really hustling this car, like switchback to switchback to switchback like this, you do find faults in electric power steering. It's not that it seems slow, it seems like it's able to keep up with what you're requesting of it. It's just, it's not giving you the feedback you would expect from a BMW with massive 275 section with track day tires in the front. It just doesn't communicate that well to you. Is the limit of absolute grip very high? Yes, but it could tell you that better. It doesn't seem to communicate as well as previous BMW M cars with hydraulic steering racks could do and did. BMW M has been known to make driver's cars, and people lamented that the new M cars being turbocharged, being big and heavy or disconnected. But no, I think this kind of has that, it has that DNA you can feel where if you're a competent driver, you can get into this thing and it will flatter you. It will be an extension of what you want to do. It will allow you to do the daily drive and not want to kill yourself. It will allow you to go and do a track day and be really fast and not kill yourself. There's the distinction. So if you want to do really well in a track day, it seems like this thing would be a good choice, just because it's not going to fight you on corner entries, not going to understeer like some other BMW products will tend to do. It kind of just turns in, goes, and oversteers on exit because of the power. So if you are even the least bit equipped to handle that, it will flatter you. I was also not expecting to like the M4 as much as I did. I thought it would be big and ponderous and clumsy. And maybe it's the additions Dinan has made, or maybe it's just the base goodness of the M4 kind of exuding from this experience. The price premium that comes with Dinan parts. I hope you're sitting down, because Stage 2 package, as you see it here, costs about $14,000 on top of your about $65,000 purchase price of your M4, before options, of course. If you order a brand new M4 from a dealership and say you want some speed parts, but you're reluctant to blow that warranty on your brand new BMW, Dinan parts are available from the dealer to kind of give you more performance in whatever arena you choose. So with Dinan parts comes a Dinan warranty. Basically, if you have a Dinan modified BMW, Dinan effectively picks up your warranty. So you retain the 4-year, 50,000 mile, I believe it is, warranty that comes with your BMW. And so Dinan kind of works with the dealership network to make that happen. So of course you pay a price premium for Dinan components, but you have that safety net of a warranty, and the fact that these are kind of de facto backed by BMW speed parts. Of course, enterprising BMW owners are going to want to go the true aftermarket route and kind of mix and match their own parts to their own tastes. And I completely understand that. That's usually the way I do it. I mean, that's how I've set up all my cars. But I completely understand the fact that there is a market for this car, and the type of person who wants this car will buy this car. And that's where I land on the Dinan Stage 2 BMW M4. It has stock-like approachability around town, but when you're ready, it has the speed and capability to match even the most experienced drivers. It seems the Dinan difference really does work. It's not harsh, there's not... God, the transmission's pretty harsh when it shifts 3 out of 3 shift velocity. Oh, that shift is brutal. It's in 3 out of 3 shift velocity. Oh my God, that mid-corner shift is just so brutal. Oh my God, I swear to God, we just knocked the subframe off this thing with that shift. Go right, go left, go left, go left, go left. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, there was a 3 out of 3 shift velocity. God, that'll hurt your neck. What a kind Samaritan. Thank you. That's very nice. They used the turnout quickly and pulled out for faster traffic. What a kind gentleman. Oh. So, oh my God, a string of kind Samaritans. Thank you. He's doing a very good job, but I actually have a passenger, my cameraman of the day. He's trying his best to not make any noise out of pain or laughter in this thing, but it is such a handful, such an event, and so much fun. I'm gonna turn around and hit that road again, because that's probably one of the most fun roads in this area.